borracho pa' olvidarte no te olvido, pues en el fondo de mi copa te estoy viendo. En el fondo de mi copa tú te burlas con esa risa que me mata el pensamiento. Tú eres el sol con que se alumbra mi existir. Eres el agua.
My dad's not a citizen. My dad has been in this country for 40 years, and he's not a citizen. It's a big issue right now in America, immigration rights. My father's not a citizen, not because he doesn't want to, it's because when my dad was a kid, the United States occupied the Dominican Republic in 1965. So my father feels that if he's a citizen, he's a sellout. The problem is, everywhere my dad goes, he's paranoid of getting deported. He's always moving around like, mira, papi, I gotta be careful because they're coming for me, papi. He's always shadowboxing, like doing this, like, why you got a fight coming up? No, I wanna stay inside. My father calls the U.S. inside. So he's always paranoid. So a couple weeks ago, my dad and I were driving upstate to go see a sick friend. It's a true story. My dad and I were driving upstate, and the cops pull us over. And my dad panics and starts singing the national anthem right in the car. The cop is like, license registration. My father's like, oh, say, can't you see? No problem over here. Okay? I was like, I don't remember that part being the national anthem. I don't remember.
Welcome to the second episode of Where I'm From. I'm your host, Jesse Hardman. This is the radio show for busboys and taxi drivers, food trucks and dancers, teachers and poets, for people who've slept on the floor of the Dubai airport, for street vendors and karaoke stars, and for soccer players famous to only their friends and family. This is a show for the new America, the majority-minority America we're now living in, a place where the question, where are you from, isn't so straightforward. From the CUNY Graduate School of Journalism, this is Where I'm From.
In 2010, I started the country's first undocumented youth advice column called Ask Angie, and now it's transitioned to like undocumented people in general, not just youth. And so I get questions from all kinds of places in the country and even in the world, I was telling you. So I did have a couple of people email me about coming out to their partner. There was a young woman who wanted to get married, and her fiance didn't know that she was undocumented. And so she wasn't sure if she should tell him or not, and that if it even mattered. And so she felt like she was going into a relationship lying.
So I'm the guy who never gets through airport security or immigration without a chat with the Department of Homeland Security. Here's how it goes. The plane comes to a standstill. I get up from my seat. I help shorter passengers reach up for their luggage, hand it to them. When the flight attendants thank me for flying with them, I smile. Then I walk fast to the immigration line. I walk up to the officer, stare into her eyes with confidence. See, I have nothing to hide. But the woman looks at my American passport, picks up her yellow highlighter, and runs it across my form.
Sometimes people want advice on how to handle a work situation if they're being underpaid. I mean, we've dealt with everything from trafficking cases to people who haven't been paid for years and years, to people who face sexual harassment, to people who simply want to improve their skills. They want training, they want to get on a career ladder, all kinds of reasons.
Back at you.
I think white folks are always very polite. You know, you'll say a joke about immigration, they're kind of like, that's funny, but I don't know if I should laugh, because, you know. Especially liberals. Liberals always have that face. I don't know. I don't know. This is the liberal face. Everything bothers liberals. I don't know. I can't do that. I don't know.
They told me to come back to the shop, and they wanted to speak to me, and I was a little bit nervous. When they opened the shop, they opened up a spiritual center for me to help people, and I've been doing that since I was 14 years old. And I think God gave me a beautiful gift to help people, and that's all I do. I don't want people to get the wrong impression that I'm a psychic or anything like that. I'm a spiritual advisor. I help people spiritually, and that's what I do.